Hey YouTube, this is my entry into Toddy Walnuts' independent filmmaking contest. Todd has given us the opportunity to win a limited edition signed dual pack Blu-ray set with 2 movies by Jeff Wedding. Jeff Wedding is an independent filmmaker who I was not familiar with, and Todd said in his video about the competition that he wanted to raise awareness of his movies. So Todd, you've definitely done that, and I'm very excited to be in with a chance to win these cool movies. So yeah, Todd wants us to answer 3 questions. The first one is, who is your favourite indie director? Now, I'm not very well versed in independent movies. I've seen a few, but I don't know who directed them. And yeah, I don't always look into the background of a movie, so I've probably seen more independent movies than I even realise. But I guess by default, I'll give the generic answer, which is Kevin Smith. And I think Kevin Smith has earned the right to be a lot of people's favourite independent filmmaker. I know a lot of people love him, and then there's people who kind of give out about him. There was kind of a backlash for some reason. I think that always happens when you gain popularity. There's just the inevitable backlash. But yeah, I think Kevin Smith seems like a really nice guy in real life. I follow him on Facebook and on Screen Junkies. He's sometimes on there, and he just seems really cool. And this included some badass special features in here. We had, I think, 2 discs and just a whole bunch of special features. And it was just so fascinating to watch how he made this movie, how he funded it, and just the passion he had. He really wanted to get this movie made, and I really like a lot of his other films. I like Red State, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Tusk. Yes, I like Tusk. Not a lot of people do, but I do. Now, I'm not sure how many of those were independently financed or not. I know Clerks definitely was, and I think Red State was as well. But I'm not sure about Dogma and all, but I think he's a cool director. I think he makes funny movies. I think he writes really good dialogue. Like, it's really witty, but it's also kind of like the everyday speak that you would just hear on the street. So yeah, I think Kevin Smith is a pretty cool director, and he definitely, as an independent director, I've definitely watched the most of his movies. So yeah. Okay, the second question is, what's your favourite indie movie? And that is Reservoir Dogs. I was looking this up, and yes, this is an indie movie, even though Quentin Tarantino is now a huge director and everyone knows his name. This is one of his very early movies, and I love this movie. It's about a jewellery heist that went wrong, and they're trying to suss out who is the rat, and it's a lot of dialogue, great Quentin Tarantino dialogue, and it's a fantastic movie. I'm in the minority here, but I actually prefer this movie to Pulp Fiction. I don't know what it is. I really, really love Reservoir Dogs. I think it's so cool. Yeah, and as you can see, I have a pretty cool special edition. It's a gas canister, and yeah, it comes with a load of stuff inside. They're stuck. Sorry. Okay, so we have the matches. There's the discs inside. There's some art, which I can't really show off too well. And yeah, we have some art cards and posters here, which is pretty cool. The famous ear scene. Oh yeah, what a movie. If you haven't seen Reservoir Dogs, I can't recommend it enough. So the last question Todd wanted us to answer was, pitch an independent movie. I wrote something out, which is down here and here, but every time I try to read it, I can't get through it. It's too self-serious. It's such a stupid movie. So I'm just going to go with my way better idea of a slasher film that takes place on an airplane and is called Slush Air. As you can tell, it's a very creative title because the genre is slasher and it takes place on an airplane. Yes, I know, I'm a brilliant scriptwriter. Anyway, the movie is going to star Snoop Dogg, and it's going to kick off the Doggassance. We're all going to realise what a dramatic actor Snoop Dogg is and how blind we have been to his talent. Now, naturally, he's going to take a bit of a price cut in getting him to act in this movie because it's going to be kind of a stepping stone to his big Oscar-nominated movie. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really have a plan yet. I guess they get on a plane and they die. Snoop Dogg can be like a pilot if he wants, I don't know. Yeah, Slush Air, coming 2018, because it's hard to get in contact with Snoop Dogg. I mean, we're like best friends and I hardly ever see him, so yeah, Slush Air. One thing I forgot to mention about Slush Air is that the killer is going to be played by Kelly McGillis, and she's going to use a toothbrush to kill people with because you can get a toothbrush on a plane. And it's going to be Kelly McGillis facing off against Snoop Dogg. and it's going to be the hit of 2018. So, yeah. Thanks, Todd. Thanks for this opportunity. See ya.